Knowing you as well as I do for as long as I have, it's very easy for me to say Sharon consistently equates as a brand with relationship. I know this of you, and it's been demonstrated throughout the years. If you're an executive who has spent 30, 40 years doing a lot of heavy lifting,
Mhm.
operational leadership roles, leading teams, creating culture, all that stuff, um, arriving at what you equate with, what as you and I have discussed, your gifts are, your blessings are, your specialness is, can be quite difficult. So if you are looking at a blank slate and you're new to a search, where would you recommend they begin that exploration of distilling all that great stuff to what we would call here at Executive a really cool little value story? Where would you begin?
So, can I be really honest? You have to monetize it. If I had $1 for every person who said I love people and I can grow teams, I would not be sitting here, Tony. You and I would be on some beach somewhere with, having a great time with cocktails. So that's fluffy. It's too fluffy, and everybody says it. And there are truly servant leaders out there that they have that natural gift. But if you can't monetize it for the employer, the person who's in charge of that hire says, I don't need another person who is overhead. I need people who can come in and help me grow the business. And that growth could be through people or it could be through process, either one. So operation is through process and, through people, it could be leadership, all of that. But if you can't also help them understand how you monetize that, you won't get a chance at the dance. So I always tell people it's kind of a yucky thing for me who really loves the whole connection and emotional intelligence and all of that. And all of that is tremendously valuable. But if you can't say to me, and here's how I'm going to do that for that employer, it makes it really hard for us to get somebody excited about kicking open the door and meeting someone.
Right.
Uh, a lot of hires that we place, they don't have an opening, but that person has such a skill set. So first of all, you have to be really good at articulating what it is, not only you're good at, but what you want. I hate it when I just talked to an executive the other day and I said, so what would you like to be now that you've got all this experience? What would you like to do? Paint me a picture of it. He goes, I have no idea. I said, well, that would be the first place to start. I said, because I can't find you something if you don't know what it is. You have to do the soul searching piece of, I have this much time left in my career or whatever it is. I mean, we talked in the past about different life ticks that make you start to reflect on your career. Turning 50 is one, kids leaving, going off to college is another one. All those life things, right? That now it's my turn. Now, what am I going to be? What am I going to do? But you have to be really clear on what you bring and what you want to do. Because if you can't articulate that, you really are not going to get past the initial dance.
Mm.
So being clear of thought, being able to articulate those things are really important.